Halo, salam sejahtera. So, slot ini kita akan bincang tentang application of differentiation. Untuk bahagian pertama, iaitu 10.1 extremum problems. So, mari kita mula.
Now we're going to discuss the extremum problem. A. To understand what is the critical number and the critical point. Is any value of x equals to c in the domain of f at which the f prime c is equals to 0 or is not defined? This is what we call the critical number. So given the coordinate where we have x is equals to c and y is equals to fc, this is what we call the critical point.
So, sekarang kita ada situasi extremum. Okay? Extremum problem. So, extremum ni kena faham bahasa dia, iaitu tempat yang bermasalah. So, kalau you tengok sini, dia kata in any value of x. So, kalau tempat itu bermasalah, kita panggil dia C. Okay? Kemudian, kalau you substitute C itu ke dalam you punya gradient atau f prime x, you akan dapat kosong. Kalau dapat kosong, bermaksudnya situlah tempat yang bermasalah. Atau kita panggil dia undefined. Maknanya kalau you substitute ke dalam you punya dy dx atau gradient, then you dapat undefined. So, itu pun tempat yang bermasalah. Dan itulah kita panggil dia critical number. Kemudian bila you dapat critical number, C itu, you substitute ke dalam function y equals to atau fx. Then you dapat nilai y. So, bila you gabung x dengan y itu, kita panggil dia critical number. Lagi satu adalah stationary point. Maksudnya tempat itu, kalau you dapat gradient dia 0, bermaksudnya dia macam ni. Okay? Dia tak ada increasing atau decreasing, dia hanya flat saja. So, contoh-contoh ada di bawah.
Stationary point is a point where the f prime c is equals to 0, or we can say the dy dx is equals to 0. Here we have the situation A. For f prime x is equals to 0, or the gradient is equals to 0. Here we have the situation A, B, C, and D. For the second situation, for f prime x is undefined, or we can say the f prime x is not differentiable at the point A, B, and C. Here is a situation where the value or the critical value, meaning that in this part, the gradient or the f prime x is not differentiable. Same goes to B. We have two different gradient and C as well.
So, rujuk kepada sini, yang pertama, dy dx equals to 0. Di mana, di situlah dia flat. Nampak? A, B, C, D. Maksudnya dia naik, dia flat, dan dia turun. Dia flat. Itulah kawasan critical. Okay. Kalau untuk undefined, di sini dia. Tadi dengar saya kata not differentiable. Perlu rujuk kepada limits atau chapter 9 lah, ada contoh. Bermakna dia kawasan itu kita ada dua gradient. Faham? Satu gradient yang increasing, satu gradient yang decreasing. Dia mendadak, dia tak ada berhenti. Dia terus naik atau terus turun. So itulah kawasan yang bermasalah. So ini saya tunjuk secara grafikal sajalah. Okay, grafikal saja. So ini kita panggil apa? Langkah pertama. Mari kita tengok contoh apa yang saya buat untuk langkah pertama ni atau bahagian pertama ini untuk extremum problem ini.
Here we have the example. Find the critical numbers for the function fx is equals to 2x cubed plus x squared minus 20x plus 5. Step number 1, identify the equation. So now we have the equation where y is equals to 2x cubed plus x squared minus 20x plus 5. Second step is to find the first derivative and also the second derivative. Here we're going to find the first derivative, dy dx. So we have dy dx is equals to 6x squared plus 2x minus 20. For the second derivative, Kali refers to the first derivative and we will have second derivative equals to 12x plus 2. Step number 3, find the critical or the problem. How to find the critical number or the problems? We have two situations. One, y prime is equals to 0. Y prime equals to undefined. So now we're going to find the situation. So first, y prime is equals to 6x squared plus 2x minus 20. Where we have the y prime is equals to 0. So we will have 6x squared plus 2x minus 20 and we will have 0. Kindly simplify the situation by factoring the 2. And we will have 3x squared plus x minus 10. Simplify the situation. So 0 will be equals to 2 bracket 3x minus 5 multiply with x plus 2. So finally, we have x is equals to 5 over 3, x is equals to negative 2. So here we have the critical number. As for the y prime equals to undefined, for this situation does not exist.
Okay, so kalau you rujuk sini, saya dah tunjuk ya dalam bahagian pertama ini, iaitu mencari masalah. So step pertama adalah apa? Dapatkan function di mana kita ada y equals to x. Okay, bahagian kedua, kita perlu cari dia punya first derivative dengan second derivative. Bahagian ketiga, kita perlu mencari masalah, iaitu critical number dia. Iaitu yang pertama, kita ada dy dx equals to 0, kita ada dy dx equals to undefined. So inilah bahagian pertama untuk 10.1 extremum ini. Kita akan bergerak lagi contoh yang lain. So kalau you tengok contoh ini, okay? Tengok contoh ini. Masih sama situasi dia. Ingat, yang pertama apa? Dapatkan equation y equals to x. Yang kedua, dapat apa? Differentiate for the first derivative, differentiate for the second derivative. Bahagian ketiga, cari masalah dia di mana kita ada dy dx equals to 0. Masa yang sama, dy dx equals to undefined. Mari kita tengok ya. So di sini, nampak equation? Kemudian, nampak saya differentiate? Kemudian, saya cari critical number di mana dy dx equals to 0, so saya dapat nilai x. Kalau untuk undefined memang tak wujud sebab dia bukan fraction. Seterusnya, saya nak cari critical point. Faham point, iaitu x dengan y. Saya ambil nilai x ini, saya substitute dalam equation nombor 1 itu. Then, saya dapat nilai y. So, bila saya gabung x dengan y ini, inilah kita panggil critical point. Okay? So, sebelum ni kita hanya fokus critical number, iaitu sampai bahagian biru sahaja. So, sekarang kita advance sikit, iaitu bahagian kedua. Kita dapatkan kita punya critical point. Teruskan lagi.
Critical number and then the critical point for the function fx is equals to cube root of x plus 2. Step number 1, identify the equation, and here we have y is equals to x to the power of 1 over 3 plus 2. Second step, find the first derivative and the second derivative. So y prime is equals to 1 over 3 x to the power of negative 2 over 3. For the second derivative, kindly refers to the first derivative and differentiate for the second time. So we have y double prime is equals to 1 over 3 multiplied with negative 2 over 3 x to the power of negative 5 over 3. Rewrite the situation. Y double prime is equals to negative 2 over 9 x to the power of negative 5 over 3. Step number 3. Find the critical numbers or the problems, where y prime is equals to 0, y prime is equals to undefined. Next, we move on with the left-hand side. Y prime is equals to 0. So where we have 0 is equals to 1 over 3 cube root of x squared. So if we cross multiply, we will have 0 is equals to 1. So in here, there is no solution. Next, move on to the right-hand side. Y prime is equals to undefined. Kindly refers to the situation. Y prime, we have 1 over 3 cube root of x squared to be undefined. For y prime to be undefined, the value of x will be equals to 0. If we substitute 0, we will have 1 over 0, meaning that undefined. So x equals to 0 is our critical number. Next, we are going to find the critical point. Kindly substitute the value of x into the function or the equation to obtain the value of y. So if we substitute the x equals to 0 into this part, and we will have 0 plus 2. Finally, the value of y will be equals to 2. So we will have a critical point with the coordinate 0 and 2.
Okay, so harap anda dapat pengalaman. Masih sama equation yang pertama, betul? Kemudian differentiate first derivative, second derivative. Kemudian dapat critical point atau value, iaitu dy dx must be equals to 0. Kebetulan untuk contoh ini tak ada jawapan. Okay, kemudian pergi ke undefined, ada pula jawapan. Akhirnya saya dapat critical value atau number dan saya dapatkan critical point. So ini adalah contoh bagi anda untuk nampak situasi dia. Tentukan dia punya step itu. Sangat penting.
Here we have the situation. Find the critical numbers and then the critical point for the function fx is equals to 4x plus 1 over x. First step, kindly define the question, or y is equals to 4x plus x to the power negative 1. Second step is to find the dy dx and also the second derivative. So here we have f prime x is equals to 4 minus 1 over x squared. Or we can say 4 minus x to the power negative 2 for the first derivative. Next, we are going to find the second derivative. Kindly refers to the first derivative and differentiate for the second time, and we will have 0 minus differentiate x to the power of negative 2, we will have negative 2 x to the power of negative 3. Rewrite the situation, f double prime or the second derivative will be 2 over x to the power of 3. Step number 3, find the critical numbers or the problems. Where we have y prime is equals to 0, and the second case, y prime is equals to undefined. So at first, y prime is equals to 0. Here we have 0 equals to 4 minus 1 over x squared. Kindly rearrange the situation and we will have 1 over x squared is equals to 4. Cross multiply and we will have 1 is equals to 4x squared. Rewrite or rearrange the situation. 4x squared minus 1 equals to 0. Factor the situation and we will have 2x minus 1, 2x plus 1. So finally, x will be equals to 1 over 2, x will be equals to negative 1 over 2. Here we have the critical numbers. Second situation, y prime is equals to undefined. So in this case, 4 minus 1 over x squared is equals to undefined. So what value of x should be so that the situation is undefined? So for this case, x is equals to 0. If we substitute x equals to 0, as we all know, 1 over 0 is undefined. So x will be the critical.
Okay, so di sini kita nampak apa ya? Kita nampak contoh yang pertama, iaitu dy dx equals to 0, dapat critical number, kemudian untuk undefined tiada. Kemudian situasi yang kedua, saya bagi contoh di mana critical number tu dy dx equals to 0, tiada solution, kemudian pergi ke undefined, ada jawapan. Kemudian situasi yang ketiga C ini, saya bagi situasi apa? Dy dx equals to 0, ada jawapan, undefined pun ada jawapan. Tetapi, mari kita tentukan pula critical number. Okay, dah ada critical point pula macam mana.
Next, what we have to do is to find the value of x. Kindly substitute the value of x into the function 4x plus 1 over x. With the help from the calculator, if we substitute 1 over 2, and we will have the value y is equals to 4. If we substitute the value y is equals to negative 1 over 2, and we will have y is equals to negative 4. If we substitute the value x is equals to 0, and the situation will be undefined. So, there is no critical point when x is equals to 0.
Dengar saya cakap apa? Sini ada point, sini ada point, sini tak ada point. Tetapi mereka ada critical number, tapi tak ada point. Okay? So, check semula.
Finally, critical point are 1 over 2, 4, negative 1 over 2, negative 4.
Okay, so untuk bahagian pertama dengan bahagian kedua, iaitu bahagian pertama adalah yang warna merah, 1, 2, 3, sehingga yang warna hijau ini. Itu bahagian pertama. Bahagian kedua, iaitu tentukan iaitu warna biru, critical point. So ingat, bahagian pertama kita ada equation, kita ada differentiation, first derivative, second derivative, kemudian kita ada critical number. Teruskan, dapatlah critical number tu, substitute number itu ke dalam you punya number 1 ini, equation. Akhirnya you dapat critical point. Itu bahagian kedua. Sekarang kita akan pergi ke bahagian ketiga, iaitu interval. Okay, interval. Kemudian kita nak tengok dia punya sifat-sifat dia dalam interval itu.
Here we have the step for interval determination, and then find the increasing or decreasing interval. First step, determine the domain for the fx. Second step, determine the interval to be tested. Third step, test the f prime x sign that determine in second step. Finally, make the conclusion and determine the increasing and decreasing interval. Here we have the example. Determine the interval of fx, which the function are increasing or decreasing. Step number 1, determine the equation. So y is equals to x to the power 4 minus 2x squared. Second step, find the first derivative and the second derivative. So the first derivative would be dy dx is equals to 4x cubed minus 4x. Then find the second derivative. By referring to the first derivative, differentiate with respect to x for the second time. So second derivative will be equals to 12x squared minus 4. Step number 3. Find the critical number and the problem. So the situation would be y prime equals to 0, y prime equals to undefined, in order to find the critical numbers or the problems. So here we have 0 equals to 4x cubed minus 4x. Kindly factorize the situation. So 0 equals to 4x bracket x squared minus 1. Simplify the situation. So we have 4x bracket x minus 1 bracket x plus 1. So x will be equals to 0, x equals to 1, and x equals to negative 1. Here we have the critical numbers or the problems. For the situation, y prime is equals to undefined. For this case, does not exist.
Okay, so untuk soalan ni, okay, tadi saya kata interval kan, tapi setakat ini, yang warna merah dengan warna biru ni, semua ini adalah bahagian pertama, iaitu cari masalah, critical number. Teruskan, bahagian kedua, kita nak carikan dia punya situasi, kita tengok macam mana. So bahagian kedua, biasanya kita nak tentukan dia punya point kan, betul? Kita substitute kita punya 0, 1, negatif 1 ke dalam y, dan dapatlah point. Bahagian ketiga iaitu interval. Mari kita tengok.
Step number 4, have a table. So here we have a number line. So kindly locate the number. So we will have negative 1, followed by 0, and then 1. Here we have 4 interval. So number 1, negative infinity until negative 1, where negative 1 is not included. Next, negative 1 until 0, where negative 1 and 0 is not included. The third interval will be 0 until 1, where 0 and 1 is not included. Finally, we have 1 until infinity. Next, determine the value of x. So here we have x will be equals to negative 2, negative 0.5, a number which is in between negative 1 and 0. For the situation, 0 until 1, the suggested value will be 0.5. For the interval 1 until infinity, the suggested value will be 2. So kindly refers to the previous situation where we have our f prime x is equals to 4x cubed minus 4x. So now kindly key in the calculator 4x cubed minus 4x. Kindly use the function calculate and key in the value negative 2. And we will have negative 24, which is a negative value. Next, we use the situation calculate and key in the value negative 0.5. And we will have 3 over 2, which is a positive value. Next, key in 0.5. And we will have negative 1.5 or negative 3 over 2, which is a negative sign. Finally, key in the value 2 and we will have positive 24 and it is a positive value. Next, we are going to
Okay, so tadi kita dah dapatkan kita punya critical number. Kita tak buat ya bahagian kedua iaitu critical point. Kita buat bahagian 3 iaitu interval. So, apa yang awak nampak di sini, semua ni adalah interval. Faham? Interval. Merujuk kepada 0, 1, negatif 1. Susun ikut susunannya. So, ini bukan koordinat. Ini semua interval. Kemudian, saya suggest a value of x. Tapi jangan jauh sangatlah dengan nilai-nilai yang kita ada warna merah ini. Seterusnya, saya substitute ke dalam calculator. Saya make use of the function calculate. So, ini adalah apa? F prime x. Actually, dia adalah dy dx atau gradient. So, saya substitute. Saya hanya pentingkan dia punya sign. Seterusnya, saya nak interpret. So, kalau you nampak, negatif bermaksudnya decreasing. Positif bermaksudnya increasing. Decreasing and increasing. So, apa yang anda perlu buat untuk bahagian ketiga ini adalah nyatakan, okay, nyatakan mana yang increase, mana yang decrease. Kemudian, barulah selepas ini kita nak interpret dia dalam bahagian yang keempat nanti. So, bahagian pertama kita buat apa? Kita cari dia punya critical, betul? Bahagian kedua kita buat apa? Kita cari dia punya critical point. Bahagian ketiga kita buat apa? Kita cari dia punya interval. Interval yang bermasalah. Kemudian bahagian yang keempat kita akan belajar iaitu first derivative test selepas ini. Tetapi sebelum mula kita buat lagi contoh-contoh untuk yang interval ini.
Determine the interval for the function fx, which the function are increasing or decreasing. Step number 1, identify the equation. And we have y is equals to x to the power 3 plus 7 over 2 x squared minus 6x plus 8. Second part, we are going to find the first derivative. And also the second derivative. So here we have y prime is equals to 3x squared plus 7 over 2 bracket 2x minus 6 plus 0. Rewrite the situation. Y prime equals to 3x squared plus 7x minus 6. As for the second derivative, we have to differentiate the first derivative for the second time, which is respect to x. So y double prime will be equals to 6x plus 7. Step number 3, find the critical numbers or the problems. To find the critical numbers and problems, y prime equals to 0, y prime equals to undefined. That is how we find the critical numbers or the problems. 0 equals to 3x squared plus 7x minus 6. Then factorize the situation. 3x minus 2 bracket x plus 3 equals to 0. X will be equals to 2 over 3. X will be equals to negative 3. For the case y prime is undefined, for this case, the situation does not exist. So here we have x equals to 2 over 3 and x equals to negative 3 is a critical numbers or the problems. Step number 4, we're going to have a table. Kindly have a number line, then illustrate the number, then have interval, where we have negative infinity until negative 3, where negative 3 is not included, negative 3 until 2 over 3, where the negative 3 and 2 over 3 is not included, and then finally we have 2 over 3 until infinity, where the 2 over 3 is not included.
Tadi saya nampak ya, you dah boleh ikut. Okay, iaitu step pertama kena buat apa? Cari critical. Step kedua, critical point kita tak usaha. Kita buat apa? Step ketiga iaitu interval. Selepas itu, kita kena buat apa? Suggested value of x, betul? Kemudian kita masukkan kita punya nilai ke dalam kalkulator untuk tentukan apa? Tentukan kita punya positif dengan negatif. Betul? So, teruskan. Akhirnya kita dapat kita punya nilai-nilai ini, kita interpret dia iaitu increasing atau decreasing. Akhirnya tentukan interval yang ada increasing dengan decreasing. So, harap sampai bahagian ini iaitu bahagian 3. You refresh mula atau revise mula. Yang pertama, cari step 1, 2, 3. Betul? Yang pertama, cari equation y, x. Yang kedua, differentiate for the first time and second time. Nombor 3, carikan you punya apa? Critical number. Di mana dy dx equals to 0, dy dx equals to undefined. Itu bahagian pertama, ada 3 step. Selepas dah siap, bahagian kedua, cuma kena ganti critical number ke dalam equation number 1, y equals to x itu. Untuk dapatkan nilai y, seterusnya dapatkan critical point. Itu tempat yang bermasalah. Bahagian ketiga iaitu interval. Betul? Kemudian kita tentukan dia punya increasing dan decreasing. Bahagian keempat iaitu first derivative test. Mari kita tengok contohnya. So untuk ini, saya cari contoh yang berbeza sikit. Ini adalah piecewise function.
Determine the interval which the function are increasing or decreasing for the function. So as we all know, we have 3 functions in this piecewise function. So given negative x squared, 1 x squared minus 4. Step number 1, identify the equation. So here we have the equation. Second, find the first derivative. So for f prime x, we will have negative 2x. Next, f prime x is equals to 0. The third one, f prime x is equals to 2x minus 0. So here we have the second step. Next, what we're going to do is to find the interval. So in this case, interval has been given. All we have to know is to identify whether the interval is increasing or decreasing. Step number 4, having a table. So the purpose of having a table actually is for illustrate the situation, or we call the interval. Locate the value 0 1, and then 2. So for this case, we have negative infinity until 0. Then we have 0 until 1. Then we have 1 until 2, and then 2 until infinity, where the 0, 1, and 2 is not included.
Okay, rujuk kepada contoh piecewise function ini, dia berbeza ya dengan sebelum ni. Kenapa? Sebelum ni kita kena cari masalah kan. So yang ini tak perlu sebab piecewise function dalamnya sudah ada domain-domain dia. So merujuk kepada situasi ini, kita pun wujudkanlah interval dia. Seterusnya kena buat apa? Seterusnya kita kena suggest value, kemudian substitute the value suggested in here into the function. Okay, into the function dy dx untuk dapatkan keputusan. So mari kita tengok. Suggested value. Kemudian saya pun gantikan situasinya. Boleh? Saya gantikan situasi dia. Dan saya dapat apa? Saya dapat apa? Ini adalah function dia. Dan saya ganti, saya dapatlah nilai-nilai dia. So di sini dah dapat nilai, kita kena interpret. Ini adalah apa? Ini adalah apa? Dan sebagainya. So akhirnya kita nampak ya, kalau positif bermaksudnya increasing. Okay, increasing. Kalau zero maksud apa? dy dx equals to 0 maksudnya stationary point. So di sini kita pun tulislah interval kita adalah ini. Kemudian decreasing interval tiada. Harap contoh ni memberi pengalaman kepada anda. So sekarang kita tengok ya situasi kita. Kesimpulan dia macam mana? Kita dah belajar ya bahagian pertama ini. Untuk bahagian pertama, kedua dan ketiga. Pertama adalah step 1, kita dapatkan equation y equals to x. Step 2, kita differentiate first derivative, second derivative. Step 3, kita buat apa? Kita cari dia punya critical number. dy dx equals to 0, dy dx equals to undefined. Seterusnya, dah dapat critical, itu bahagian pertama. Bahagian kedua, kita just substitute critical number ke dalam equation 1 untuk dapat value y. Betul? So di situ kita dapat critical point, tempat yang bermasalah. Okay? So dah siap bahagian 2, bahagian 3 iaitu yang ini. Kita buat apa? Kita cari dia punya interval. Kemudian kita interpret dia punya interval sama ada dia increasing atau decreasing atau tak berlaku apa-apa. Betul? So bahagian yang keempat ini, nama dia adalah first derivative test, iaitu menjawab soalan topik ini, subtopik ini, 10.1 extremum problem. Titik ini bermasalah, sebenarnya apa masalah dia? Inilah yang kita tengah buat. So mari kita cek, tengok first derivative test ini sebenarnya sama saja. Dia ulang proses dia, cuma dia gabung semua benda dalam satu contoh.
In this video, I'm going to discuss the first derivative test. Suppose that C is a critical number or a problem for a function f that is continuous on the interval from a to b, where a and b is not included. If the first derivative is greater than 0, or we can say increasing interval, for the interval a to c, and the first derivative is less than 0, where we can say this interval c to b is decreasing. On the left is increasing, on the right is decreasing. Then the f has a relative maximum at c. For the second case, given or if the situation f prime x is less than 0, meaning that is decreasing interval from a to c. And for the first derivative greater than 0, where the interval is increasing for c to b. I repeat, decreasing and then increasing. So f has the relative minimum at c. Case number 3. If the derivative does not change or the gradient does not change sign at c, so the f has no relative extremum, meaning that either maximum or minimum. And we can denote it as inflection point. It is easy for us to know that the first derivative test by visualizing the diagram.
Okay, untuk ini kita panggil first derivative test. So jangan risau sangat, okay? Mungkin you tengok bahagian ni, you macam tak faham, tak mengapa. Kejap nanti kita buat contoh, kita akan nampak situasi dia. Yang paling penting adalah you kena faham maximum, minimum dengan inflection. 3 perkara ini. Maximum, minimum, inflection. Berkenaan dengan simbol-simbol ini, jangan risau. Jangan risau. Kalau you faham saja, automatic you akan dapat tahu, tangkap apa yang dimaksud dengan maximum, minimum dengan inflection. So kita tengok contoh.
We have the example. Find the maximum or minimum values of the function y. So step number 1, identify the function. So in here we have y is equal to 4x cubed plus 15x squared minus 18x plus 7. So in this question, I'm going to use the first derivative test. So second step will be the first derivative. So kindly find the first derivative. So we will have 12x squared plus 30x minus 18. Step number 3 is to find the critical numbers or the problem. So how to find the critical number or the problems? Y prime must be equals to 0. Y prime is undefined. So in here, y prime equals to 0, where we have 12x squared plus 30x minus 18. Simplify the situation. I'm going to factorize 6. And we will have 6 bracket 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Kindly factorize the situation, and we will have 0 equals to 6 bracket 2x minus 1 multiplied with x plus 3. So finally, the critical number will be 1 over 2 and negative 3. So in this case, if we substitute the value into the function by using calculator, and we will obtain the value of y will be 9 over 4, and the value of y for negative 3 will be 88. So the point will be 1 over 2 and 9 over 4, negative 3 and 88. So
Sekarang nampak apa? Nampak yang bahagian ini semua sehingga sini adalah bahagian pertama. Betul? Sehingga ke sini dia adalah bahagian kedua, di mana kita ada critical number dengan critical point. Betul? Dah siap, kita kena buat apa? Kita kena buat interval pula.
is undefined. For this case, the situation does not exist. Here we have step number 4, which is a table. So kindly have a number line to illustrate the situation. Then locate the value. We have negative 3 and 1 over 2. And then have an interval. Negative infinity until negative 3, where negative 3 is not included. Followed by negative 3 until 1 over 2, where negative 3 and 1 over 2 is not included. Finally, we have 1 over 2 until infinity, where 1 over 2 is not included. Next, we will have a suggested value for x. For the interval negative infinity until negative 3, the suggested value will be negative 4, followed by 0 and then 1. Next, we have the f prime x, where we have 12x squared plus 30x minus 18. So in here, we are going to key in the function where we have 12x squared plus 30x minus 18. So kindly substitute the value negative 4. And we will have 54, which is a positive value. Next, followed by 0, and we will have the value for the first derivative is negative 18, which is a negative value. Next, substitute the value 1, and we will have 24, which is a positive value. Now we are going to interpret the situation. As we all know, for the first part, we have increasing interval, followed by decreasing, and then increasing. So kindly refers to the first derivative test note. So in here, we have f prime x greater than 0, followed by f prime x less than 0, and then finally we have f prime x greater than 0. Kindly refer to this part. We have increasing, then decreasing. So this part consider as maximum point. So we have a maximum point, which is negative 3 and 88 as a coordinate. Now kindly refers to the second part. We have decreasing, followed by increasing. So for this part, it will be a minimum point.
So sekarang kita tengok bahagian pertama tadi saya dah cakap you dah cari critical number, critical point. Kemudian sekarang bahagian 3 you cari apa? You cari interval, betul? Then you ulang proses yang sama, you dapat positive, negative, increasing, decreasing. Bahagian keempat, kita nak bagi tahu dia punya nature, dia punya extremum tu. So tadi saya kata apa? Bila nampak perkara ini, you jangan risau. You nampak increasing sebab positif kan? So up, then down. So bahagian ini kita panggil apa? Maximum. Kalau you dapat negatif, maksudnya dia turun. Okay, dia turun. Kemudian sampai ke bahagian ni dia naik. So nampak contoh dia turun then dia naik. Bermaksudnya kawasan ini panggil minimum point. Boleh? So maximum point you adalah negative 388. Kemudian minimum point you adalah 1/2, 9/4. So satu package ini iaitu bahagian pertama, bahagian kedua, bahagian ketiga, bahagian keempat gabung dia panggil apa? First derivative test. Ini contohnya. Sekarang kita akan bincang lagi satu iaitu second derivative test. Kita tengok beza dia. First test dengan second test apa beza dia?
Here we have the second derivative test. Second derivative can determine the maximum and the minimum value of a function. If f prime c equals to 0, which means that we have a critical numbers or a problems. For the second derivative, we have greater than 0, then f has the local minimum at c. If we have a stationary value, then the second derivative, which is less than 0, meaning that f has a local maximum at c. If we have a critical value, then the second derivative also equals to 0, then the test failed. Thus, the first derivative test is used. Here we have the example. By using the second derivative test, find the relative extremum of the function fx. Step number 1, identify the function. Step number 2, find the first derivative and the second derivative. So in here, we have the first derivative, 3x squared minus 6x minus 24. For the second derivative, kindly refers to the first derivative and differentiate for the second time. So we will have 6x minus 6. Step number 3, find the critical numbers or the problems by using y prime equals to 0, y prime equals to undefined. So for this case, y prime equals to 0, we have 3x squared minus 6x minus 24. Kindly factorize the 3, and we will have x squared minus 2x minus 8. Factorize the situation, so we will have 3 bracket x plus 2, x minus 4. And x will be equals to negative 2, x equals to 4, where we have the critical numbers or the problem. So from here, kindly find or determine the value of y when x is equals to negative 2 and x is equals to 4. Kindly substitute the situation or the value into this part. With the help from the calculator, so when x equals to negative 2, y will be equals to 60. If x is equals to 4, y will be equals to negative 48. So in here we have negative 2, 60, 4, negative 48, which is a critical point. And here we have critical numbers or values.
Bagi bahagian ni, anda nampak tak dengan first test dengan second test? Sebenarnya step dia sama untuk bahagian pertama iaitu sampai ke critical number. Betul? Kemudian bahagian kedua, critical point, masih sama macam tadi. Bahagian yang ketiga tak perlu buat untuk second derivative test. So, apa yang anda perlu buat untuk second derivative test ini?
The question states that by using the second derivative test, determine the relative extremum of the function fx. So now what we have to do is to substitute the value of x into the second derivative, where we have 6x minus 6. F double prime negative 2, and we will have negative 18, which is less than 0. So this situation will be a maximum point, where we have negative 2 and 60. Next, if f double prime 4, and we will have 24 minus 6, and we will have 18, which is greater than 0. So this one considered as minimum point, which is 4, negative 48.
Okay, so kita kaji semula. Bahagian satu sama je. Bahagian kedua pun sama. Bahagian ketiga, biasanya kita kena buat interval kan? Tak perlu. Sebab untuk second derivative test, tak perlu buat interval. Kita terus skip. Iaitu, substitute you punya critical itu ke dalam you punya apa? Ke dalam you punya second derivative itu. Bila dah substitute, okay, you akan dapat nilai. Kalau dia less than 0, okay, less than 0 kita panggil maximum. Kalau dia greater than 0, kita panggil minimum. Itulah second derivative test. Satu lagi contoh.
By using the second derivative test, find the relative extremum of the function fx is equal to x to the power 4 minus 4x to the power 3. Step number 1, identify the function y is equal to x to the power 4 minus 4x to the power 3. Second step, find the first derivative and the second derivative. So here we have y prime equals to 4x to the power 3 minus 12x squared. For the second derivative, we will have 12x squared minus 24x. Step number 3, determine the critical value of the problem, where we have f prime x is equals to 0, f prime x equals to undefined. So 0 will be equals to 4x cubed minus 12x squared. Kindly factor 4x squared. So we will have 4x squared bracket x minus 3. X will be equals to 0, x will be equals to 3, which is a critical value. Kindly substitute the value of x into the function in order to obtain the value of y. So f0, we will have 0, f3, and we will have negative 27. So meaning that we will have 0, 0, and 3, negative 27 as a critical point. And here we have critical value or numbers.
Okay, so sekali lagi kita ulang proses ini. Betul? Sama bahagian pertama, bahagian kedua. Bahagian ketiga, kalau kita tengok tajuk di sini, dia panggil second derivative test. Betul? So tak perlu buat interval. Kita straightforward ganti kita punya critical ini ke dalam kita punya second derivative test. Then kita tengok keputusan dia apa.
Step number 4, test. By using the second derivative test, f double prime 0, we will have 0, where this is what we call the inflection point, the origin. Next, f double prime 3, and we will have 36, where we have a value greater than 0. So it is a minimum point, where we have 3 and negative 27.
Okay, so untuk contoh ini pula, saya nak bagi tahu. Oh, rupanya kita substitute, kita boleh dapat greater than 0, kita boleh dapat less than 0. Kalau less, maksudnya maximum. Kalau greater, maksudnya minimum. Lagi satu adalah, bila you substitute second derivative, dia dapat kosong. Bermaksudnya, dia adalah inflection point. Okay, inflection point bermaksud apa tahu tak? Maksudnya, contoh you increasing. Okay, kemudian pada masa yang sama, ada berhenti sedikit, then dia increasing lagi. Itu panggil inflection point. Biasanya kita increase, decrease, kita panggil maximum. Kalau kita decrease, increase, kita panggil minimum. Lagi satu adalah increase, increase, itu inflection, atau decrease, decrease, itu panggil inflection. So, untuk slot ini, bahagian pertama, iaitu saya buat apa? Extremum problem. Faham? Kita ada 4 bahagian. Yang pertama, cari apa? Cari critical number. Bahagian kedua, cari critical point. Bahagian ketiga, cari interval. Bahagian keempat, first derivative test. Kalau untuk second derivative test, 1 dengan 2 sama. Cuma bahagian 3 kena ganti ke dalam second derivative. Then, itulah untuk slot hari ini.